Good evening, everybody out there on Facebook Live, on Twitter, on YouTube, wherever you guys are checking out the Tony Rose live cast here this evening. Thanks again for joining us. We wrap up another great week of doing these live shows in the afternoons and evenings on top of our morning show on D93. It's been so much fun having a chance to talk to friends in the community and around Southern Kentucky who are doing great things out there, bringing a little joy, a little positivity, some laughs to your afternoons and evenings as well on National Hairdresser Appreciation Day. And never have we appreciated them more. You don't know how good you got it till they're gone, right? May 25th, our hairdressers are going to be back. Tonight on the show, a lot of great stuff on the way. Including our guest tonight on the show. I am excited. I am stoked. I have been counting the days this week to have a chance to get this guy on the show. One of Bowling Green's new rock stars, not only in the community, but just with his contagious energy and enthusiasm and that smile to die for. Dr. Bernard Salome is on with us. Doctor, good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Tony. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Oh my goodness, I was not prepared for the just like everything. It's like you're dressed up so sharp for the live cast tonight. I'm lucky to have pants on in this shot, and you're there with the suit and tie on, man. You look fantastic, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you. Thanks for the introduction, buddy.
Well, let's just jump into this thing. I've been an admirer of yours for quite a while because, first of all, I love good content, and you are the king of good content here in Southern Kentucky on your social media platforms, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, wherever it may be. You are so transparent in everything that you do at your practice, doctor, and the energy that you have. First of all, I'm just going to ask you, like, how much coffee do you have in a day? Where does this energy come from? Where does this enthusiasm for life come from? I've never seen you not with this beaming smile from ear to ear. Where do you get the energy at, Doc?
That's a great question. I mean, you probably need to ask my staff. I mean, I drive them crazy.
Well,
that's my wife. She's like, "Oh my God."
So walk us through your path to Bowling Green, Kentucky. How did you end up in Bowling Green, Kentucky, here in town, doing the great work you're doing on so many folks from the community? How did you end up here today where you're at?
Sure. Well, I started my journey. I started back at Yale in New Haven, Connecticut.
Wow.
2007, and I moved here to Yale, and I did 6 years of general surgery over there. So I'm board certified in general surgery, and I trained in trauma surgery, transplant surgery. I mean, you name it, I've done it. And then I came to Nashville, and I trained at Vanderbilt. I did another training in plastic surgery, and I'm board certified in plastic surgery, so I'm double board certified in surgery. Anyhow, so during my training at Vandy, a good friend of mine, Dr. Steen, he used to work here in Bowling Green. So I used to come and visit him every so often. And one thing led to the other. I really fell in love with the community. It just reminded me of my childhood in a way. I kind of grew up in a very similar community where kind of people help each other, they love each other, they support each other. It's big, it's small at the same time. It's a lot of love. And that was the main reason. I never thought at any point I'll be here. I mean, I was a rock star in my training in general surgery as well as in my plastic surgeries. And I had all these offers throughout the country, great cities and great plastic surgeons to join and also start my own practice. I had a lot of great opportunities. But I don't know, man. I mean, something kind of deep inside, it just kind of drew me to this area. That was the best decision I've made in my entire life.
That's interesting how you phrase that, because that is what I've told people for years about this community. I get asked a lot about it through the work we do in the community, from on national levels and things like that. And I tell people what's special about Bowling Green, Kentucky, and Southern Kentucky in general is we're a big enough town, third biggest city in the state, to get things done. You know, we have the resources to get things done, but we also are still small enough that we have that small town community feel where if I need to talk to one of the best plastic surgeons in the country, or whether it's the president of the university or the superintendents of the school, we can still make one phone call and get to that person. There's not this checks and balances system and setting up meetings to have more meetings. If we got to get something together, we can all get together so quickly to do it. And I like how you said that, because I feel like that is what is great about this community. What is it about plastic surgery? Because I feel like, as somebody who knows nothing about it, but just admiring what you do and what I've seen, I feel like that in a way, it's almost like you're like a fairy godfather type almost. Like you can see the beauty in people and you can help them achieve that. With some of the simplest and almost with today's technology, almost pain-free ways, right? Is that kind of how you feel with what you do? You can bring out that inner beauty in people.
And I breathe, I just, my life is plastic surgery.
Right.
And one of those things, when I interviewed for medical schools, I did college, I did biology, and then MCAT, kind of the same process. During my interview for medical school, and I remember they asked me, it's like, hey, what do you want to be kind of when you grow up? And my answer at that time, I was talking a long time ago. Young, I have a lot of Botox and fillers on my face, but so many years ago. I'm not
Yes.
gonna date myself. So my answer was plastic surgery. And the guy that was the physician that was giving me the interview, I think he was ENT or ophthalmology at the time, so he wasn't very happy with my answer.
Right.
And like, so why plastic surgery? And at the time, I was like, I'm gonna be so good at what I do, and I want that to show on the outside. So if I do something on somebody, I want people. I want it to look so good that people are gonna say, "Oh, hey, Dr. Salame did this,"
Right.
and that was like such a narcissistic answer on I was a student at the time, and that's kind of now connecting the dots back, and it just shows how my passion about the subject, and kind of that grew, and I did general surgery to be able to do plastic surgery. So I did 6 and 3 9 years of training after medical school, so leading medical school. So we're talking about almost 18 years of kind of training to get to this point.
Wow.
So I mean, I look at somebody, I see a patient, I see people on the street, and my brain, that's all how it works. It just, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and so to me, it's a passion that I live every day, and it's just so easy and simple, and I want to put it out there,
Right.
and that's kind of what I talk about on social media.
And one thing about with your social media, it's great. The Instagram, by the way, is a must follow if you're in Southern Kentucky. There's not even a doubt about it. You have to give a follow. And now you have this amazing YouTube channel. You've teamed up with some mutual friends of mine with Sublime Media Group to really. I'm watching your YouTube channel, and it's like I'm watching a TLC show. I mean, it looks. I mean, everybody talks about what is this, Dr. Sandra Lee, Dr. Pimple Popper or whatever. You need to be on right after her, like right in the 9 o'clock window on TLC, because this looks like a show that could be on any cable network channel out there. Why do you feel it's so important to be transparent in what you do and to be out there and to be open with it and to show, really to break the fourth wall and kind of show the folks who are watching this what's going on? Once the door closes, how important is that to you to be able to be that transparent in your job?
Sure, sure. First, I want to shout out to Austin and Sublime Media Group, who are awesome.
Yes.
Like really awesome. They're just, I mean, they come into our operating room, they do all the stuff that they need to do, just don't feel it. They are the best of the best of the best. And it's been a pleasure to work with Austin and his team. And because with what we do, there's a lot of HIPAA and patience and confidentiality, and they've just been phenomenal. And our patients love them, and it's been a great experience, mutual experience. It's just been awesome. So I really want to shout out mainly to Austin. He's been phenomenal in working on the YouTube. So, now, to answer your question, in general, many years ago, when plastic surgery started and kind of the effect of plastic surgery, it had a lot of bad connotations in the 90s, 80s, and 90s, and people kind of would look odd after having plastic surgery, and that always bothered me, kind of growing up and being in the field and kind of. So my goal was, whenever I become a plastic surgeon, is to put how really plastic surgery is.
Right.
Why patients do plastic surgery, why I do it, what the outcome is, and what's the main reason why it's being done. And as you're gonna see over the next multiple episodes on YouTube, the reason we do plastic surgery is mainly for the psychological benefits.
Right.
The physical is part of it. The fine line, the wrinkle, smaller breasts, or fat, or whatever it is, we make them better so patients can feel better about themselves. And we see that immediately.
Right.
And that satisfaction is, it's so contagious. And that's why I'm so positive and so happy. You just see happy people all day, and it's contagious. Coming and getting gifts and hugs and thanking us, and it's just, you take it and you have to give it, otherwise
Right.
it's just nice. Well, kind of like that's how the world is, you know. Like, you get a compliment, you give it back, and you know, you give a smile, you it's just, this is how the world really is.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to be as transparent as possible and show how easy plastic surgery is and how simple and what the benefit is in the outcome on patients. And it can be a double-edged sword, and some people, they might say, hey, you know what, I don't want that. And that's the point, like, to be so transparent that people can make their own mind. They can say, oh my God, no, this is not for me. And that's great. So I want them to see that.
Right.
You know what, you want to see it on somebody else, but see it on you, and that's it's kind of in advance.
One
So
of
it
the
does make a huge difference.
One of the unique things that you do at Salome Plastic Surgery, Doctor, is the 360 approach. We hear you talk about this a lot. We see it during your lunchtime chats that you do that are also really cool. You do those on Instagram, on your Instagram page. You actually take questions right there in a live chat room with no filter. You sit there and somebody asks a question, you'll answer it. So you're hopping all over the place. But one of the unique things, the 360 approach. Explain what that is, and when somebody asks you about the 360 approach, whether it's a patient or just somebody with a question, what is the 360 approach that you do, Doctor?
Sure. Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit kind of background, so you and kind of the audience understands the thought process behind it. You know, when I started doing it started mainly, I started doing facelifts. I realized early on that aging doesn't just happen in the sagginess itself.
Right.
So when we look at people, when I studied them when they were 15 years old, 25, 35, 50, 65, 75, 80, it's not that the skin is saggy. They're losing bone, they're losing collagen, they're losing fat, they're losing hyaluronic acid, the fat is being lost, the skin is relaxing, the ligaments are relaxing, and kind of all kind of relax. So if we just address it with one entity, let's say if we do a lift, patients will not get a natural outcome because we're only fixing one part of the problem. And that started to kind of things like, okay, well, what if we're patients losing fat, what if we suck that and put it in the face during the facelift?
Right.
Now, instead of having a facelift and being put here and looking, then they look odd. Now we're recreating the way they looked 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And I'm like, okay, well, let's cancel fat. Then what about the skin quality? You can tighten the skin, but if the skin is so, you have dark spots and pigments and wrinkles within the actual skin, it's not gonna look good. Then combining the laser to improve the skin quality. Then adding the skincare, a medical grade skincare that actually makes a difference. Then the muscle activity, then you have Botox. So basically, it's that 360-degree approach, which is a holistic approach to aging. So
Right.
we're addressing skin, fat, lifting with a facelift. So med spa, injectables, skincare, plastic surgery, hair transplant, because people lose hair over time, also doing the hair. So by looking at the entire face in a 360-degree
I
approach,
feel like I need to start for a little.
you need to stop by someday. That's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Mind done.
Breaking the fourth wall for a second. See, the doctor is looking like kind of up my nose for his shot of this, so he's probably sizing up my beak right now, my chin, my widow's peak here or whatever. You know, This is essentially a consultation for me this evening on Facebook Live. Hey, well, you know, let me ask you that. Let me ask you that, because here's the thing: when a lot of people think about Botox, or they think about plastic surgery, or whatever it may be, they think it's women only. But how many? I mean, how many guys do you see? What's the percentage women versus men at Salome Plastic Surgery? What's the percentage that you see?
It's about 15% of demographics. So 85 women and 15 men. We're talking Botox and fillers.
Right.
Obviously, hair transplant changes.
Right.
We do way more men than women. But Botox and fillers, it's about 15%. Plastic surgery higher than men.
Really?
Higher than, yeah.
So plastic surgery is higher men than women for you?
Higher than Botox and fillers.
I got you. Okay.
So we see liposuction for male breast reduction, gynecomastia,
right.
Tummy tuck, kind of after massive weight loss. So we do, I would say probably about 20%, kind of out of 2 out of 10 on men. And in Botox and fillers, I would say about 15%. Hair transplant is much more. And skincare, I would have to say it's probably around also 10%.
Because see, that's you know, something I've always thought about, and it's not just because we're talking now and things like that, but you know, about 13 years ago, I lost 70 pounds. So I mean, I work out religiously. You know, it's part of my routine. I just feel better. I miss it when it's gone. Right now, with gyms being closed, it's been, you know, miserable for me getting up literally at 3 a.m. to work out. But it's one of those things where I think about, it's like, no matter how hard I try, and it's not a vanity thing, but I still have the skin, you know, from losing weight. And that's something where a lot of people out there, if they go through weight loss, male or female, they can't necessarily get rid of what the damage was done before, but you can actually help them correct problems like that.
Well, first, congratulations on the weight loss.
Thank you.
And I'm being serious. This is a big deal. I see we do a lot of body contouring, kind of, with the tummy tuck, arm lift, thigh lift, neck lift, kind of, you name it. And I'll tell you this: patients after losing weight, to get to this point, they've been battling with this for so many years. And when they come to me, I'm like, this is the icing on the cake. The hard work has been done.
Right.
Losing the weight, the mental battle every day, every morning, every night. It's a continuous battle, day in, day out. And my experience has been, and again, we do a large volume of that, I would say about 90% when they see me in consultation, they're so emotionally involved, because in their mind, even though they lost 70, 100, 120 pounds, they still feel that's still heavy.
Yes.
They look at that skin reminds them of the days when they were heavy. So to me, I'm like so satisfied. I cannot wait to take that skin out, because I tell the emotional heaviness that this skin has on our patients is so huge. And when I see them on the post-operative follow-up, they're just different people. Their psychology is better, their confidence is, they feel better about themselves, they're happier, they're thankful, they give us gifts and stuff. And I love it, because that's my why in life.
Yeah.
I want my patients to be happy. Like, that's what really makes me happy. Like, it just kind of, that satisfaction that I get is really that's why I spend time in surgery and make sure things perfect and kind of do the best thing for them, so that when I see them in follow-up, or I bump into them, or on social media, you see it in all reviews, like, people love us just because I'm like we are 100% focused on that, because that gives me my satisfaction. That makes me really happy.
You know, you said that.
Congratulations, man. That's really awesome.
Well, thank you very much. But you're exactly right. What you said, and I think anybody who has went through weight loss, whether it's 70 pounds or 50 pounds or 150, like you said, they every time that they look in the mirror, whether it's getting out of the shower or going to a pool or whatever it is, it's like that constant reminder of where they were. And yeah, you're right. I never thought of it that way. I never thought we would go that way with it, but you're right. I mean, as much as you work on the physical appearance of people, the psychological and the mental side, I think you're actually doing bigger leaps and bounds for people than even reversing the hands of time in many instances. So I applaud you for that. I think it's awesome stuff. Really, really, really cool stuff. Okay, I got a couple of rapid fire things here. We answered men versus women. Okay, we got the percentage there. What is your favorite procedure to do on patients? What is your what's your all-time go-to that your eyes just light up when you get a chance to do?
Great question. Let me ask you this. How many kids do you have?
I have one. Little girl. She's 6 years old. Yep.
Okay. I wish you had 2 or 3. Then I could ask you who's your favorite.
I see what you're doing. Okay. Understandable. All right. I won't hold you to it. Yeah. All right. In that case, I'll just let my mind wander with that one and go somewhere. What's the most? All right. I will ask you this one. What's the most popular one that you go to? What's the one that you know that if all else goes away, this one will still be there? What's the most popular?
If you look at the American Society of Plastic Surgeons about the surgery, there's been a lot of shift in the plans recently. The highest one that's been really picking up is Brazilian butt lift for BBL. It's the highest growing surgery that we've been doing throughout the country, where we do a 360-degree liposuction, we take the fat, transfer it to the buttock to lift the buttock up.
Right.
So this is the number one procedure. Now, the most common procedure we've been doing, it shifts between breast augmentation and liposuction.
Right.
Just kind of between the, I would say these 3 have been kind of the top of what we've been doing. Second to that kind of is usually facelifts, upper eyelid lift, kind of it comes that tummy tucks, tightening, and all the other stuff. But these are the most common 3 that I see. I mean, we operate Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like 3 days a week. And now kind of as with all this, I mean, when we go back, when kind of things go back to normal, we're expecting to operate every day of the week.
Wow.
It's just, plastic surgery is one of those things. It's so busy and there's so many people do it, but a lot of things is kind of under the radar just because it's people don't like to share it. Most of them. Now it's shifting a lot actually,
Yeah.
especially with and it's actually the other way around. Kind of people want to be out there, and you know why they want to be out there?
Why is that?
The most common reason, and I love that because it's always the same thing, kind of like either we're doing breast augmentation or BBLs. So usually a patient is there either with their husband or their boyfriend or kind of their family, and the family member will kind of go out, and because we go live and everything is kind of on there, so she'll be like, "Hey, take a look." So that family member, exactly as if they are in surgery, and when the patient leaves the OR, she takes a look and she sees exactly how she's gonna look when she's recovering and when she's fully recovered. I mean, this is pure power because the patients usually takes 3 months or 6 months sometimes to get to the final outcome.
Wow.
But on the table, final outcome is seen, but patients swell and then it takes time for the healing process to happen. So that image, it's kind of they keep on looking at it until they go to that 3 months. So again, back to the psychology of
Yeah.
a human being. We do what we do so that we feel good about ourselves. So psychologically, we feel better. We're more confident. We're happier. That's why we do this procedure. Otherwise, why do we want to go through it?
Right. Very good point.
Not
Yeah.
just the looks.
All right. And all right, one more. And this. Okay. Do you ever get this one, or has this ever happened to you? You get a husband or a boyfriend or a significant other who wants to gift something to his wife or girlfriend or whoever it may be, whatever procedure that may be, whichever one of popularity that may be out there. Is there a right way to gift that to your significant other? Is it like how would you approach that to a husband or to a boyfriend out there who may want to bring that up to their other half that, hey, I'd like to buy this for you, or I'd like to, help you with this procedure. Is that something you ever get asked right there? And is there a right way and a wrong way to do something like that?
Well, you can do it the long way, big time. You gotta make sure.
And exactly, that's what I was
How to
thinking.
do
Yeah.
that. I'll tell you the right way to go around it, okay?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Help the lovers out there a little bit. Help them out. Yes.
So, and that's a big ethical question as well, right?
Right.
You don't want to, and I see that actually personally on daily basis. And a patient comes to me, it's like, tell me, what do I need? You're the doctor, and what do I need?
Right.
And when I look at, I mean, everybody needs something. Now, the key is when we do something, the person or the patient, it's something that is bothering them.
Right.
Because what happens is, let's say somebody has a crooked nose.
Okay.
But you know what? They have small breasts. And they never notice that they have crooked nose, but they're bothered by that small breasts. You go to them and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you $10,000 to go get your nose fixed. That person, she was never bothered by her nose. Okay? It's always what she's been thinking about was her breast. But now you created an issue to that person, even though you're trying to help them,
Right.
but you're actually making them a disservice. So I tell people you gotta be very careful with that. I think if you want to do a nice gesture, I would give a gift card and let that person use that gift card to help them use it on whichever thing. Because the reason you want them to do that is so that they are happier, they feel
Right.
better about themselves. By doing it the other way around, you might actually causing them not to feel good about themselves, even though they're fixing their nose, but the problem is something else. Because again, it goes back to the psychology.
Right.
It's not the physical thing that kind of makes it.
Very, very good stuff. Holy cow, man. This is good. This is good. Dr. Bernard Salome with us, Salome Plastic Surgery right here in Bowling Green. Real quick, too, before we have to get out of here, again, if you're not following this guy on Instagram, you're missing out. You need to get there. You need to give him a follow. His YouTube channel is even better because it's like longer form. Our friends at Sublime Media helping out with that. Fantastic stuff there. It looks like you're watching a TLC show. And real quick, too, before I let you get out of here, I have to bring this up. As we are in some crazy times right now, you had, again, being part of this community, being more than just a surgeon in this community, but a member of this community as well, out there with us on the front lines. You gave a very special gift to our hospitals a few weeks ago, and I have to get this out here because I think it's one of the most outstanding human being moves that I've seen in a long, long time. You donated one of your ventilators from your practice. I can't even put a dollar amount on what that cost, but you donated it to our local hospitals. Thank you for doing that, and just tell us a little bit about what made you want to pull the trigger on that and make that kind of sacrifice.
As being a physician, and my wife is a physician, and my brother is a physician, so it's just one of those things that comes in both out. I mean, it's to be able to help people. And I felt what happened with the COVID-19 as a plastic surgeon, I couldn't help much. Like giving somebody breast augmentation or the facelift, it's just not gonna. So I felt kind of like, in a way, my hands were tied. However, what we did, we kind of like tried to say, okay, well, what can we do to improve things? So the ventilator was one thing, the skull and blue screen was something else. And the way things started, I was looking at the Time magazine, and I started seeing the pictures of the heroes kind of after their face mask. And to me, it was like, oh my God, I mean, this is really bad. So what can we do to really help these people? And then it's like, we have the skull and blue screen, which is awesome. It's made for this. And we kind of call the girls, kind of see how many we have and how much we have on file, and kind of like, it's like, okay, we're going to donate it all. We're going to ship it. We're going to pay for the shipment. We're going to do whatever we need to do. So ultimately, we end up giving throughout the country to different hospitals, East Coast, West Coast, you name it. I mean, we had people reaching out to us from ICUs, from hospitals, nurses. It's just been, and of course, in our community. And it's been like a huge, huge success. And for the ventilator, I was looking at the numbers. And again, the numbers weren't high at the time. So the discussion was, I reached out to the hospital. I was like, hey, listen, I have an operating room suite. We have a ventilator. We have an anesthesia machine. Every anesthesia machine has a ventilator. So I'm like, if you guys needed anything, you reach a point where you're beyond it, this ventilator is yours. So at this point, they haven't needed it yet. So we still have it, but it's kind of them if they need it.
That's
So that
fantastic.
they kind of come, they made sure it's kind of exactly what they need. And it does, I mean, it's the same as all the hospitals because we have a Quad A certified surgery suite. So
Right.
it's going to have the same requirement as any other hospitals. So, and again, it's very it's kind of selfish in a way because I love that. So I feel great. I feel bad kind of taking credit for it because it makes me really happy.
Right.
And it's just, that's kind of how it happened. And, so can't complain.
Well, Dr. Bernard Salome, Salome Plastic Surgery right here in Bowling Green, your procedures, what percentage do you do in-house at your facility there, at your practice? How close to 100% do you do right there in-house?
100%.
Wow.
Kind of all procedures in house. Yeah.
That's...
We have our own. Now we open the second operating room. We're opening a new med spa. We kind of have the entire first floor for us now. We kind of our practice kind of tripled in size over the past 2 years.
Wow.
So so I think we kind of have it in house at this point. It's been a huge for our patients because they come, it's very private, it's very clean, they get that procedure done. It's very kind of under light sedation or sedation in a way where it's so superficial. Plastic surgery is so easy. They can out in and out. It's just been it's been great experience for us as well as for the patients.
And one thing I saw you talking about this on one of your Instagram posts there, and I never thought about this, but it's the little things that go a long way, especially when you're going into any kind of surgery. The fact that when you have your own practice like that, you keep everybody on schedule that way. So if it's 8:30 in the morning, you're there at 8:30 in the morning. It's not a 2-hour wait once you get there. The anxiety and things like that, they don't kick in. That's got to be something really cool too, just to be able to keep your patients all on that tight schedule, the way that we want to be as patients, right?
My staff are the same staff who saw the patient before, same staff during the surgery day, same staff on the post-operative care. They have that cell phone number, they're texting them during the procedures, taking videos like, hey, we're done with this side, we went to the other side. It's just been, I mean, it's a fun experience. It's surgical, it's a fun experience for both, for the family member and for us. So that's why we're kind of like one big family. I mean, patients and us, I mean, this brand is becoming this big just because it's not a business at this point. It's just kind of like, hey, we're kind of so related, and it's been awesome.
Well,
big things are coming.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Dr. Bernard Salome, thank you so much tonight for taking a few minutes for us to spend with us. Like I said, I've been I love contagious spirit, especially in this community, because it is like a wildfire. It just spreads and spreads and spreads. And you have an infectious smile and an infectious personality. And anybody who has ever crossed paths with you has always said you walk away from a conversation or you walk away from a visit a better person. And I think that speaks highly about you and the folks that you surround yourself with. So I wish you nothing but the best of luck. I hope that you know what? I hope that I have a chance to be. I want to be a star in one of your YouTube videos one day. All right, just say when. Yeah, Austin has probably already seen me pretty much in that form anyway, so he's not going to see anything he probably hasn't seen at some point. It's all good. But seriously though, the community is better with you in it. When are you guys going to get back up and running? Just for the folks out there, what is your time schedule right now? Because I know we're finally getting that green flag a little bit back from the governor to get things open back up and everything. What's your schedule right now as far as getting back to seeing patients on a regular basis?
Sure. I mean, we're following the governor's kind of plan. And for the time being, first, we're going to start light on the surgery side. The med spa is going to stay closed. And we're opening the med on May 26th. But again, it's going to be where we're going to stay, patients are going to stay in the parking lot, we're going to check their temperature, COVID testing. And it's like a new world kind of post-COVID-19. I think And I think that's very important because we really want to keep the numbers as low as possible. So, especially for patients who are going to have elective surgeries, we want to make sure no one's going to get any chances of having an infection. So,
Right.
it's a must in any facility, whether hospital or outpatient facility. For us, it's really nice because it's all clean cases, only plastic surgery cases. So, the chances of any cross contamination is much less than other settings. So it's kind of it's something I'm excited about. But
Cool.
again, so 26 is for the Met Spa. That's what we're planning.
Well,
Unless things change.
well, let's hope for that. Nothing but green flags from here on out. We need some, yeah, we need to get over the hump and get going in the right direction. Summertime is here. Doctor, thank you so much. I appreciate it as always. You can find him on Instagram. YouTube is fantastic. And of course, you can get in touch and get things ready for summer 2020 as well. Dr. Bernard Salome, thank you so much for all you do and for being part of our community, buddy. Have a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk soon, okay?
You too. Thanks a lot, Tony.
One of the really, really good guys in our community, Dr. Bernard Salome, right there. Salome Plastic Surgery right here in Bowling Green in Southern Kentucky, part of our community. Again, just outstanding guy right there, man. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a straight up man crush. He is on the man crush list for Tony Rose right there. Hairdresser Appreciation Day today as well. May 25th. For the hairdressers out there to get ready to go. I know the barbers and salons and everything like that are ready to get going May 25th. So for our Hairdresser Appreciation Day and for all the folks out there who are having to do their own hair coloring, you are appreciating them very, very much right now, for sure. I don't know where my director is tonight. She has bailed on me. So we're going to keep on trucking through here. And if she rolls in before we wrap up, we'll get a book tonight, or we'll get at least some good news. But first, I want to share today's good news with you guys. Fisher-Price, you know, the toy company, they're launching a new line of action figures to honor healthcare workers, first responders, and other essential workers on front lines of the corona crisis. Fisher-Price Thank You Heroes will have 16 different figures, including doctors, nurses, EMTs, delivery drivers, and grocery store workers. The figures are available for pre-order right now at Mattel.com, with proceeds from the toys will supporting workers with the tools and equipment they need to keep battling the pandemic. How about that? That is good news for sure. Let's see if I got anything else here before we jet on out of here today. And for the week, too, because like I said, we won't be back until next week on the show, on Monday. As we head into the weekend, it should be a great weekend. Beautiful sunshine out there. I want to remind you guys as well, if you would, tune into D93 tomorrow morning. That is where the Tony Rose Morning Show is each and every day. And we have tomorrow on D93, we're going to be joined by Rob Clayton from Warren County Schools. Of course, they're wrapping up the school year on May 8th. He's going to give us the rundown of all of that. And tomorrow at around 7:15, we have a major announcement for you guys out there that will actually probably put some money in your pocket. So we're going to tell you about that tomorrow morning as well on D93. Again, thank you to all of our guests that we've had on this week. Of course, tonight, Dr. Bernard Salome Plastic Surgery. That guy, he's something else, man. He's a cool dude. And again, solid human being. Yesterday, of course, Dr. Chris Holland, podiatrist at Soki Foot and Ankle, answering our foot questions. It's been kind of a Dr. Phil week to it. We had our friends from McDonald's on Monday. And, of course, on Tuesday, we were joined by Elliot Pratt with the story of what happened to Chris Marcus, who we lost from the WKU universe. So some great guests on the live show this week. Next week, we're scheduled to be joined by Bartley Weaver, Mr. Titan Man from the Tennessee Titans, and other great guests throughout the week as well. Landon Hampton as well this week was on the show from weatherornotbg.com. Big shout out to him. So a lot of stuff going on tomorrow on Facebook. We continue our live and local 20th anniversary tribute, 9 p.m. We're going to be showing Jalam, followed by the Keith Hurt Jam Session right here on Facebook. Those episodes will debut And again, for our folks watching on Twitter, tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., the Tony Rose Morning Show will be live there. Thanks again to Dr. Bernard Salome, Salome's Plastic Surgery here in Bowling Green, for joining us this evening on the live cast. You guys have a great Thursday evening and a great weekend. The weather should be beautiful for it.